Hey guys, so let's talk about data types. The variable data type represents what kind of data the variable is holding. For example, if we want to store the game score, we need an integer variable. An integer is a whole number. But imagine that besides the score, we also want to keep track of the game duration and the player username. Now we would need to store values of type text and decimal numbers. So we need some more data types. To keep this simple, we'll divide it into three main types: numbers, true or false, and text values. Let's start with numbers. If we want to store a whole number, we can use a byte, a short, an integer, or a long. The difference between them is the size of the number they are able to hold and the memory space that they take. But if we want to store a decimal number, we need to use a float or a double. The difference between them is also related to the number size and the memory space. We could use a decimal number to store the game duration. Please note that when using a float, you need to add the f character at the end. And we can also have a variable that stores a true or false value. It's called a boolean variable. For example, we could have a boolean to hold the state of the game. And if we want to store some text data, we can use a char to store a single character or a string to store many characters. We could use a string to store the player username. To declare a string, you need to enclose the value between double quotes. C# is a strongly typed language, meaning you must always declare the variable type. And after declaring a variable, it will only accept values of the correct type. So, to declare an integer variable, we need to use the int keyword, and that variable will only accept whole numbers. We can assign any whole number to the variable, but if we try to assign anything else, the compiler will complain. And also, please note that you can only use a variable once it is declared.